Hey guys, what's up? So Titanfall 2 has been announced, but don't get too excited, it's still quite far away. In a publisher's earnings call last night, Electronic Arts Chief Financial Officer Blake Jorgensen said that Titanfall 2 is expected to launch in the fiscal year of 2017. Shortly thereafter, Respawn founder and CEO Vince Zampella has confirmed that they are working on Titanfall 2. It is in development and it will be released on multiple platforms. That means while the previous game was Xbox One exclusive and is till this day, we're probably going to see Titanfall 2 on Xbox One, PS4 and the PC. Now, I'm super excited because I really love Titanfall, but just reading through these comments on IGN on the news, it is so interesting because there are so few games that split opinions so radically. There's one side that says, basically Titanfall was just an engine demo, it should be free to play. A lot of people said that they felt ripped off because there wasn't enough content there and there was no proper single player campaign. And then there's the other side of people who say it was the best first person shooter game in years, and I have to say I'm more on that side. Now, you could argue that Titanfall 1 did not deliver enough content for the price, and I can see that argument, but to be honest, from my perspective, the gameplay just made up for it. It was so refreshing because if you remember the first trailers of the game, they were pulling off all these crazy stunts, right? Like jumping on a Titan, killing it, then jumping from that into a building, from there wall running up onto the roof, killing a guy from behind, jumping to another building, and you were seeing it and you were like, okay, that's a great kind of demo, but the game is never going to really deliver that because that's what we used from other games, right? They show us demos like this and then you can't actually really pull it off in the actual game unless you spend millions of hours in the game training it. But Titanfall actually worked so well that you were pulling off these stunts all the time. Exactly what I just described flowed really, really naturally, and that's what made me love the game so much. I mean, tell me in what other game you saw that without being scripted? Which other game offered you such an intuitive and smooth gameplay that you were just pulling off these extraordinary moments all the time? I understand that at some point it was getting a little bit repetitive, and I felt the same, but just like from the innovation point of view in terms of gameplay, they absolutely nailed it and they deserve recognition for that. So I can't really understand all these haters, to be honest, just my personal opinion. In regard to Titanfall 2, at this point we do not know whether there will be a single player campaign. I think it would be awesome because it is a very rich world. Just the whole design of it, I spoke about it in the previous video. You run through so many different rooms and the interior, the design, the mechs, this kind of futuristic dystopian world that they created without really talking about it in the story as such, already was so rich that it would be perfect to kind of build a story around that universe. But I personally don't think it needs that, but I'm going to go into that at a later point. When Vince Zampella was confronted with all this criticism, he basically replied that he would do everything the same way again in regard to Titanfall 1. It was multiplayer only, that was a bold decision. It was excluding a certain group of players, people who wanted to play a single player story. The only thing that he said he would change is that he wouldn't bring it out Xbox One exclusive. He felt that that limited it too much in terms of an audience, and probably I agree with that. If it would have come out across all platforms, including PS3 and the PS4 actually, it would have probably increased the impact that this game had on the gaming world. Also, and that is really interesting, Vince Zampella said he's thinking about changing the DLC model. He felt that it is much more important to unite the community and give everyone the new maps for free, and he sees that as an ideal way forward. And Respawn Entertainment has already proven that they are serious in that undertaking. All the DLCs, whether it's on Xbox One and on PC Origin, are free right now. You can get all the maps for free, which was pointed out to me by a YouTube user, Samus TT. Thanks a lot for that. I really didn't know that, so I've been playing Titanfall much more since all these maps are for free now. So it's quite a revolutionary approach that Respawn and Vince Zampella have there. They bring out a game that is multiplayer only, they hand out DLCs for free and perceive that to be kind of the way forward, which really goes against everything that companies like EA, who by the way is publishing the game, are standing for. So it is quite revolutionary, and actually I could imagine that they would push it one step further and actually make the first game, the first shooter that works cross-platform. It would really fit into this kind of narrative, a game that works on PS4 and Xbox One and shares one lobby and you can play against each other. I think that would be absolutely amazing and push the boundaries. And if you look at the first-person shooter market at the moment, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but Call of Duty is overfed. I said it in the previous video, I just have enough of the series, and I think I'm not the only one. Sales are going down for the Call of Duty games. The Battlefield titles are getting worse. Battlefield 4 was launched in a quite buggy state, and I hear from a lot of people that it is not really a fantastic game that lives up to all the expectations. Battlefield Hardline is kind of the same. It feels like Battlefield 4 with a new skin and a few cops in it. So I can see a gap opening up there, and maybe with Titanfall they're gonna manage to kind of slip into that gap, and especially with an innovative approach like I just described, I think there's really a possibility that with Titanfall 2, Respawn Entertainment is gonna grow that brand into something that people will love so much more than the previous game. Now, when it comes to my personal opinion, I would hope that they just pursue their route, that they don't listen to all the haters that say, oh, but the game needs a single player campaign. No, it doesn't. If you want an action single player campaign, then go play Call of Duty. They should, in my opinion, just focus on making the multiplayer perfect, make sure there's enough content there, introduce free DLCs, make it cross-platform, and over the years they might establish a quite unique product that really feeds a certain niche in the market. Because I personally, I'm a gamer, I didn't miss the single player at all. When I play Call of Duty, I only play it for the multiplayer. It's like an arcade machine, right? You play one round after the other, and that's what the game is for me. So I really hope that they just stick tight to this approach that they had, because for people like me, and I feel for quite a few other people, it worked quite well. And I mean, when it comes to Respawn, just ignore the haters, I guess. So guys, what are your thoughts on this topic? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below, but please try to keep it within reason. If you hated Titanfall, that's fine. If you disagree with my opinion, that's also fine. But, you know, don't get personal. Just share your opinion, let me know what you think, and maybe we can have a good discussion going on. Are you looking forward to Titanfall 2? Are you not at all? What are your thoughts? Leave that all down in the comment section below. Guys, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. You can subscribe to my channel for more, and otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Bye.